Good news. I got the ship log of the Pride safe and sound.
Let me see. Yes. Yes. The last page is exactly what I need. Good job, Reed.
I expect the pay to be just as good.
Sure. Take this. And I have 2 more tasks for a man as capable as you are.
Find more ships. I wouldn't pass up the extra dollars or bullets.
These next ones won't be so easy. But you showed yourself a capable and trustworthy man. So prepare your guns. It might get hot. I've bought 2 more ships, Red Queen and Skylark. Both are troublesome.
The Red Queen. Sounds nice. What happened to Her Majesty?
You won't say that when you see it. It crashed near the asylum and, something happened to it. Made me shiver. Even when I saw it from afar.
Well, where do you think the Skylark flies?
I only have a guess. You see, it was no ordinary ship. The cargo on it, well, it was under prohibition, if you know what I mean.
You think the smugglers got it?
I saw a box with the ship's name. Some hobo was burning it for warmth. For a bullet, he told me he found it near the old Wharf Street harbor.
I'll get started, Vince. Soon the logs will be yours.
I'll be waiting here. We newcomers should stick together around these parts.
Someone unloaded the Skylark's cargo. Maybe they took the log as well. Here's the ship log from the Red Queen. I'd suggest it's best not to read it.
That bad? Well, I only need the last page. Is it intact?
Yep, all the pages are there.
Great. Here's the reward I promised, Mr. Reed.
Here's the log from the Skylark. The men who unloaded it were not happy to see me.
Unloaded? You mean the cargo survived the storm?
There were crates, and armed men on guard. Looked like a local gang. I dealt with them, but it's not worth trying to claim your property.
But all that cargo, a small fortune. Perhaps you're right. It's better to be poor than dead.
A wise decision. Now that you have all the ship's logs at your disposal, perhaps you can explain the reason. Why did you collect them?
I suppose you've earned my trust. While drinking at the local tavern, I concocted a brilliant business plan.
Well, we all know that booze only produces great ideas. What's the plan?
I spent some bullets buying several lost ships from their owners. The dates in our treaties were slightly wrong, but who here could verify?
And now it sounds like you're wasting good beer money.
Wrong, friend. With these logs, I'll receive a handsome sum in insurance when I return to Boston. The companies will have no reason to refuse.
Not a bad insurance racket, Vince. A man like you could go far.
I always keep an eye out for opportunities. Meet me in Boston and the first round's on me. Good luck, friend.
See you later. I got your letter. So, you wanted to see me, Joy?
Don't tell, or we die. Promise.
Calm down, okay? Just tell me what happened.
No, promise first.
Okay, you have my word. Don't worry.
Her in my apartment. Again. Don't know what to do. I'm scared. Help.
What do you mean? Did someone break in? Were they threatening you?
Yes. Her. Again.
What did she want?
Keep my mouth shut.
You said it was a woman, right?
Yes.
Do you know her?
Yes.
Then who is she? What does she look like?
Won't tell. Can't.
Oh, come on. Just give me something. Anything I can work with.
No. No words. Please.
Don't worry. I'll help if I can. So, where do you live?
Here's address. Take keys. Thank you.
I got this, Joy. Everything will be all right.
Be careful. And keep silent.
Bye, Joy. Someone has real issues. Christ almighty. Is that a dog's skin? It's still wet. Pretty sure that's not a good sign. Someone's a real pro with a needle. Cancelled. But she was good enough to put on a show. Guess life took a real turn for you, huh, Joy? Huh. Joy won this in a singing contest? A cozy place for a favorite pet, huh? This thing is melted. There's no way we'll get any pictures out of this.
Click, click. A visitor. Who's there?
Hey, it's her! It's really her! Proof? Hope she doesn't hear me take the photo.
Come on. Come to Granny for a picture. A stitch comes out, a stitch goes in, a nip of flesh, a tuck of skin. You'll be such a lovely dolly.
So, how did it play out?
Hey, it's her! It's really her! Proof? Hope she doesn't hear me take the photo.
Come on, come to Granny for a stitch.
Hey, it's her! It's really her! Proof? Hope she doesn't hear me take the photo. Hey, it's her! It's really her! Proof? Hope she doesn't hear me take the photo.
Come on, come to a stitch. Click, click. A visitor. Who's there? Come on, come.
Hey, it's her! It's really her!
Click, click. A visitor. Who's there?
Someone visited Joy's place, killed her dog, and sewed it into this thing. A warning for her, I guess. And the neighbor just got in the way. Locked. Maybe there's a key around here. Bye, Joy. I took a look around your apartment, Joy. It's not good. Your neighbor's dead, and let's just say it was not natural causes.
Dead? Eagle and Tane, what do we do?
You're keeping things from me, Joy. Now come on. I need to know what I'm dealing with.
No, we'll make it worse.
Granny Weaver. Just tell me about her.
Can't say, can't.
She doesn't want you to help me. Why?
My fault. Don't be angry. So sorry.
Joy.
Sorry. So sorry.
This isn't a game, Joy. Now look, I can't help you if you won't give me anything to go on.
Don't be angry. Can't. My fault. So sorry.
Oh, come on. This is stupid. Help yourself, why don't you?
Too dangerous. So sorry.
This is a waste of my time. I'll see you later. I found your dog, Joy.
Where? She's okay?
I don't know how to tell you this, Joy. I found her on the floor. There was blood everywhere.
No. Okay. Please.
It was like someone had cut her up and made her into a toy animal.
Enough! No more. Don't want to hear.
Bye, Joy. The door won't budge. Ah, damn thing just bit me. The door won't budge.
Happy birthday, Everline. This doll is for you, to keep all the secrets in your heart.
Not fully grown. Teenager, maybe. Maybe a girl. Hard to tell. Not fully grown. Teenager, maybe. Maybe a girl. Hard to tell. Not fully... grown. Teenager, maybe. Maybe a... The door won't budge. Enough for a trench full of krauts. Looks like a shot took it out. There's good art, bad art, and then stuff which makes your skin crawl.
Keep shooting! Kill her! Jack and Tane, kill her! This one is heavy!
Who dares call me?
Here we go!
Let's figure out what happened here.
Keep shooting! Kill her! Jack and Tane, kill her!
Granny Weaver. They called her up, used 2 mirrors to do it, then... Oh, looks like it got violent. Joy, you've no reason to be scared now. It's gone. At least for the next 100 years.
Sure?
Absolutely.
Thank Kay. I owe you. Take this. Gratitude. But keep this a secret.
You're safe now. I figured that it all being over, you could speak freely. Is something still wrong?
All is well. Thank you. Again.
I'm confused. Why don't you unstitch your mouth then?
Kent. Punishment. 2 years left. No matter. Need to serve the sentence. Full.
How come? Sewing someone's mouth shut is sick enough, but keeping it when Granny's gone?
You're not from Oakmont. Can't understand.
Okay. Just as you say, I guess. Bye, Joy. these bites are fresh. Poor guy. His death wasn't fast. The coffin was barely covered with dirt. The gravedigger could do a better job. Scratches are fresh. Looks broken from the inside out. Blood is almost soaked into the soil. Scratches are fresh. Looks broken from the inside out. The coffin was barely covered with dirt. The gravedigger could do a better job. All these bites are fresh. Poor guy. His death wasn't fast. Very neat. Someone spent a lot of time opening it. Virginia Cooper, 1887 to... Another victim of the flood. Honorable citizen. These sure weren't ordinary grave robbers. Your cemetery is almost sunken, and half of its graves are ruined. Why do you care about these three in particular?
They were dug up by some people. That's bad. Others are sunken, taken by the mayor. That's not bad. You must not touch what was taken by the mayor, or the waters will curse you. That's what my mama said.
Bye. Apparently that's the body I'm looking for. Romantic. Not the first thing you'd expect to see in a flooded city. here's our missing dead man. Oh, the smell. I wonder why monsters didn't come running. Here. I wrote down the locations of all 3 missing corpses.
Thank all angels, kind sir. You saved me. I say, you did. Take this for your kindness. Plus, I will save you a good plot in the cemetery. Save you, quiet neighbors, fit for a gentleman.
I'm not planning to die here.
Oh, I see. That's a pity. I was just being nice.
Bye. One precise strike. He died almost instantly. I'm guessing it wasn't suicide. The door won't budge.
I haven't known you long, but you mean so much to me.
poor man was trying to escape, but met his end after a single savage attack.
Pick your poison.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer, and keep your hands where I can see them.
I got those photos you wanted. You got my compensation?
Terrific, thank you. Here, take this.
Some of these were pretty horrible. I hope you find the killer.
Me too, Reed. Me too.
There's a link between all the victims. I found these cards in each house.
A photography club membership. They all had them.
Yeah. Seems like a good place to investigate.
Thank you, Reed. I knew you'd find something. I might pay this club a visit. See if there's anyone who has an issue with them.
I know why you wanted this case cracked. Found some clues in Becker's house. You were close, weren't you?
How dare you? He was special. A man you meet only once in life. He understood me. I won't stop until I find those who did it.
I'm sorry for your loss, Sam. And don't worry, I'm a private eye. Emphasis on the private.
Thank you, Charles. I appreciate it.
Take care.
Okay, I'll need another drink to get through this.
Seems after visiting Dr. Grant, the shop owner preferred to self-medicate. Those bloodstains would definitely attract wild beasts. I don't think he's going to tell me much about those monsters. Every kid's childhood dream. I wanted a toy like that too once. The slime still looks fresh. I suspect Dr. Grant would be interested in it. Weeks have passed since this food was cooked.
Joy, John, you... what is happening to me?
No matter how bad I feel, I have to go to work. Why can't you understand that?
Time to figure this out.
No matter how bad I feel, I have to go to work.
Miss! John, you... what is happening to me?
The beast crawled from the sunken basement at night and infected the family. After a short incubation period, they turned into monsters too. I checked the house of the diseased man, Bells. His family has turned into those creatures too.
Huh. Fascinating. Did you discover the source of the contamination?
A creature emerged from their sunken basement and transformed them. I think its vomit is contagious.
If so, we must quarantine it. Those Lethian revenants are a huge threat. This city could not survive an epidemic like that.
What did you call them?
Lethian revenants. Oh, you may thank the university professor for the beast's unwieldy names.
I called into the shop of your patient. Unfortunately, he committed suicide.
Oh, I wish I could say I was surprised. Sorry for wasting your time.
It wasn't entirely a waste. I found some evidence that sheds light on the origin of those creatures.
For what it's worth, Professor Westerbrook calls them Stygian harvesters. But what is it you found?
Your patient's diary. His dreams became too real, too confronting. He tried to stay awake using stimulants, but those Stygians appeared near him when he slept, as if they were leaking from his nightmares.
A psychic phenomenon or manifestation. How unnerving. I'm afraid he's not the only one suffering from such dreams.
I found your studies rather interesting, Dr. Grant. Got more places to search?
What dedication. Thank you. Your findings have been a rich resource for the scientific cause. I've got 2 more places for you. More dangerous, one with huge monstrosities, but I'll prepare a comparable reward.
Just what am I getting myself into?
One of Oakmont's largest stores was closed after the flood hit. A looter tried to break in, but his thievery was, shall we say, interrupted. He was set upon by a huge wild beast and hardly made it out. The question is, with the building locked up tight, how did that creature get in?
What about the place with more manageable creatures?
Well, there's a restaurant here with a bad reputation, not for its food, but for women disappearing. The police found nothing. I treated the partner of one missing girl. He arrived here severely injured and told me about the jumping maws.
He was at the restaurant too, I suppose.
Indeed. And what's curious is the place is still open. Please investigate and find out how that's possible.
Bye. Those bags stink worse than a barrel of rotten fish. Or Fisk, whatever. This putrid slime is everywhere. I'll take a sample for Dr. Grant to examine.
Bring them in before the neighbors see us. Are those the last ones? I did everything you asked, yeah? So when will my initiation begin?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Quick, bring them in before the neighbors see us. I did everything you asked, yeah? So when will my initiation begin?
Members of a cult were disposing of bodies in the basement of the shop. The corpses merged together to form a huge monstrosity. The blood is still fresh. The door won't budge. These aren't your typical kitchen utensils.
My esteemed patrons, presenting my latest delicacy. Don't be greedy. Don't hurry to eat, please. You'll always be my most well-regarded clients.
Well, I don't think the health inspector will be pleased. Hospital of St. Mary, founded in 1862. Designed by B.A. Kaplan. Every life matters.
I'll send whatever help I can, but there's no room here. We have our hands full.
This way. Stay by the fire while I try to find you some medicine.
New victims. And if the flood won't relent, there'll be even more.
Time to figure this out.
New victims. And if the flood won't relent, there'll...
This way. Stay by the fire while I try to find you some medicine.
I'll send whatever help I can, but there's no room here. We have our hands full.
The flood was sudden and hit the city hard. The hospital staff tried to help, but quickly ran out of room and medicine. I paid a visit to that awful restaurant. I'd call it a den of evil, but that would be an understatement.
Good grief. What happened?
The cook was mad, a cannibal, and fed those jumping monstrosities on human flesh. He called them patrons.
That restaurant was a destination for Oakmont's elite, many of whom disappeared shortly after the flood. I think we now know why.
Are you suggesting that it was cannibalism that caused such a horrific transformation?
These days, alas, cannibalism is not so rare. Could it be that all the Cositians, as Westerbrook calls them, were once men?
I visited that old shop you mentioned and found a few things you may be interested in. Even took a sample for studying.
What did you discover? I was sure a huge creature could not have wandered inside unnoticed.
The cult of the Fecund Mother was dumping corpses of their victims in the shop's basement.
Professor Westerbrook's research does suggest the Acheronians are attracted to dead bodies.
No, this one formed from the corpses themselves. There was a putrid slime on everything. Maybe that's the cause of this unnatural rebirth.
You said you took a sample of it. Well, I can conduct some experiments on rats. If your theory holds true, what a marvelous discovery.
We've discovered a lot of disturbing information about the wild beasts. What are you gonna do with it?
Well, I've already contacted the university. We'll cooperate to further study these phenomena.
The public deserve to know. It would help them to protect themselves and others.
It would cause mass hysteria. Doesn't the city have enough problems already?
I must insist you keep all this confidential.
I thought you wanted help.
And I will, but we must prepare our advice carefully, with scientific rigor. We cannot rush this, my friend.
Bye. The fish market you see now was sponsored by the generous Blackwood family and maintained by the Honorable Marsh family from Innsmouth.
Being good Christians, we're giving the Innsmouth refugees a chance to earn their bread. So pack up and leave the fish market.
What are you doing? You can't just kill us all. That's our market.
The Blackwoods will continue to support the Innsmouthers, and we expect the Marsh family to keep their word too.
Time to figure this out.
Being good Christians, we're giving the Innsmouth refugees a...
What are you doing? You can't just kill us all. That's all.
The Blackwoods will continue to support the Innsmouthers, and we expect the Marsh family to keep their word too.
The Innsmouthers took over the fish market with the help of the Blackwoods, who cut a tidy deal with the Marshes. This commemorates all the brave researchers of Oakmont University who gave their lives in the cause of scientific knowledge.
I can't do anything with this disease. You must stop the research and keep away from this rock. It's the best solution.
Mr. Throgmorton doesn't care how many lives will be lost. You must find out the origin of this monolith. Continue.
Oh. Here, Mr. Throgmorton. It's the third monolith to appear since the flood. Luckily, the university is relatively untouched.
Time to figure this out.
Oh. Here, Mr. Throgmorton. It's the third...
Mr. Throgmorton doesn't care how many lives will be lost. You must find out the origin of this monolith.
I can't do anything with this disease. You must stop the research and keep away from this rock. It's the best solution.
Oh. Here, Mr. Throgmorton. It's the third monolith to appear since the flood. Luckily...
I can't do anything with this disease. You must stop the research and keep away from this rock.
Mr. Throgmorton doesn't care how many lives will be lost. You must find out the origin of this monolith. Continue.
Throgmorton was researching the monoliths that appeared after the flood came to Oakmont. He was determined. Even deaths didn't stop him. St. Michael's Church of the Burning Bush. Let the flame redeem your sins.
And your sins will be burned with them. Feed the sacred fire. After death, flames will consume all. The sinners will burn, but the righteous will bathe in it like warm milk. Fire is the love of Arcay.
Praise the holy fire. Praise the flaming K.
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Burn the riches, and your sins will be burned with them.
Feed the sacred...
Praise the holy fire. Praise the flaming K.
After death, flames will consume all. The sinners will burn, but the righteous will bathe in it like warm milk. Fire is the love of our K.
These fire worshippers are zealous. I wonder what other rites they use to glorify their flaming deity.
This used to be an okay place to live.
I did what you asked. Not sure what difference it will make, given the state of your houses.
Hush! My properties suit a discerning and budget-conscious clientele. They are of the finest quality.
Seems you and I have different standards of quality, Walter.
You don't know this Borg like I do, newcomer. I'll beat old Victor at his own game. Here, take your reward. And don't forget to recommend my lodgings to your friends.
I hope they are never in such dire need of shelter.